Z93 Jamz, Charleston's home for hip hop and R&B, turned up radio shows. The one DJ Cass. Good afternoon, Chuck Town. All right, as I told y'all before, I was gonna have in studio guests. This one is unprecedented, but it was necessary, y'all. I had to get it in because I'm a fan of hers. I'll be rocking with her. I'm on the sidelines watching her because she always cutting up, especially on that social media. I want to welcome to the Turned Up Radio Show
sir.
my girl Yazzy, representing that Chuck Town. What up?
What's up, City Life? What's going on? It's your girl Yazzy. Y'all already know who I am. Charleston, South Carolina. Big Yazzy. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming.
All right, see, she know how to run it down. I ain't even really got to coach her because she's already coached up in this game like that. Well, once again, welcome to the show. Glad to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, I appreciate it. So I want to start off by way of this video so everybody can make sense. It's like, okay, who's Yazzy? Because we're going to get into that. But I wanted to set it up by way of a video that came out that said, man, I got to get her on. But I'm going to start off by saying,
here we go.
Listen,
Here we go.
But here's the thing. I always thought that, but sometimes you got to be careful in saying that. And they'll get what I'm saying in a minute because it could come off offensive if you don't receive it that way. But evidently, I think you've been embracing it. Y'all will understand in a second.
For years, I've been embracing it.
So
So go ahead.
have you always got hit with that?
Always.
Okay, so what we're talking about is if you see her, you will probably more than likely think she favors Mary J. Blige. Now, sometimes when she get into her looks, I think she be doing it on purpose.
No,
Listen,
listen, that's crazy because I just be getting dressed. And as soon as I put the earrings on and my boots, they be like, yes, you look like Mary J. Blige. So I embrace it. And that's my idol, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay. So has she always been an idol?
Always. Since a child, she's been my idol.
Well, how long you been getting that, like you said, when you put on the
Really,
earrings?
the Mary thing came about, I would say, within like the last, about 6 years.
Even your verbal is somewhat kind of...
Because she's from Yonkers. She's from New York.
Okay.
I'm from New York too. Originally from New York.
All this time I thought it was...
I was raised here, but I'm originally
Because you got a
from
little
Harlem.
Geechee vernacular too.
They say I got like a mixed accent. I can't really explain it. Like 1 minute I can sound like I'm from Charleston, next minute I'm from Harlem. So I just feel like it's pretty dope. But I embrace it.
Oh, okay.
Mary was always my idol since a child.
Okay, so have you embraced it to the point where you ever thought about reaching out to her? Because that's where I'm leading to, obviously.
Reaching out, I would say not necessarily reaching out, but like I would put like if I get dressed and have a picture or video, people would be like, yeah, send it to Mary. Inbox this number. Send it here. And I was like, well, I would put side by side and probably like at her. I might tag it, but to go to the like I'm really reaching out,
yeah.
Nah.
So even though we all said that, because sometimes we can see things that you
I can't see,
yourself.
right? Correct.
But is it that way for you, or you see the resemblance?
I've seen it. I feel like I resemble the younger Mary.
Yeah, which is
the
true.
young. She still has the same look.
Yeah,
but the younger Mary coming up, and it's scary because I would see pictures now, and I would look at her and be like, "That's crazy. That look like me. Like for real, that's Mary." And to hear her say it, it was amazing. But we're gonna get into that. But most definitely.
So
it's scary though.
You good with your origin of your mother and father? You know their background, and everything.
You trying to say me and Mary related? Because she was like, that's my cousin or something. But she's from upstate. She's from Yonkers. No, I don't think we're related.
Okay.
But it's just scary because you would think at least my mother looks like Mary, and she don't.
Yes, she don't.
My father don't look like Mary, so with me looking like Mary was kind of just okay.
Well, they use that term, the doppelganger. So like everybody got them somewhere walking this planet.
You got a twin somewhere. Yeah,
it may be not same personality, but it may freak you out if you look and be like, what the heck? So so that whole thing is cool, and so it never bothered you, and you were good to go, and you just embraced it.
I embraced it. It never bothered me. Even with getting dressed, like I said, she's known for the thigh-high boots and the earrings on, but so was I. Growing up, people who know me know, like, yes, always had a thing for fashion. Like, I would wear boots. Being from New York, we always had the big bamboo earrings. So that was just a thing for me. Even with the shades, I would have a pair of shades that match every outfit, and to see, it was scary how similar we were, But I embrace it. I'm always going to be Yazzy, but I love the fact that can, clash and be like, she's like the younger Mary.
Absolutely. So when we come back, we want to get into, because believe it or not, it came to a head where Mary got a glimpse of Yazzy.
Yes.
So let's talk about that next on the Turned Up Radio Show. Y'all stay locked
Y'all stay
in
tuned.
because I want y'all to get familiar with this young lady because she's doing way more than just looking like Mary J. Okay?
Let's go.
Keep it locked. It's the Turned Up Radio Show. It's the Z. DJ Cass Turned Up Radio Show. It is all about putting you on to this young lady right here I've been telling y'all about. Now you get to hear it for yourself and kind of put the story together because according to Yazzy is going to tell me the actual story about how her and Mary J. Blige actually got connected,
Yes.
where Mary J. actually responded
Yes.
to seeing a photo of you. So explain that story there.
Oh, wow. Well, 2022, Mary went on tour for her first tour. Well, not her first tour, but she went on tour. So Greensboro, North Carolina, she had a tour. So the guy I was dating, he got me first, front row tickets because he knew I love Mary. That was my idol. So he was like, yes, you got to be front row. So when he got the tickets, I was so excited. We drove to Greensboro, North Carolina. So when we got there, before we got there, I said, I got to make a poster. I got to put my Instagram on it and everything on it. I put matching pictures. So I put like my picture beside a picture that I felt like looked like her, you know. So I put matching pictures on it, big poster. So we got to the concert.
Now I'm gonna stop you for a second. Was the poster made that you was actually going to take it into the arena and hold it up?
Yes, I did. I actually did.
Wow. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, actually,
I shouldn't have stopped you.
Yeah, no, I actually did. So when we got there, but when we got inside, it was a big sign. It was a big sign that said no posters.
I figured.
So guess what? Guess what I did?
Huh?
So I folded the poster in half and put it in the trash. Listen, I put it in the trash, and the guy I was dating was like, why would you throw it away? I'm like, it's a sign right there that says no posters. He said, but try to get it through until they say you can't bring it back here.
Okay, true,
all right, so I took it back out. Folded, unfolded it, and I held it up. She was like, well, you can't take posters back there inside, because you might block someone's view from the concert. Which I respected. Yeah. I got it. So I'm like, oh. She said, but let me see it. So the security guard was like, let me see it real quick, and I showed it to her, and she was like, you know what's crazy for you? I'm gonna let you come back because you look like her and there's not nothing crazy on it. So I was like, oh my God, thank you. So I'm hyped. I got it back there. The concert was going on. Mind you, I was sitting front row. So as I'm sitting front row, I'm trying to hold it up, but it was a guy in front of me was like, nah, you ain't holding that poster up high enough. He was like, let me get the poster. You ain't holding it up high enough.
Oh, wow.
And so he tapped me, was like, let me get the poster. Nice. He was holding it up. So as Mary was performing, I could see her like glimpse at it. She gave me a little glimpse, she kept performing. That was good enough for me. But what happened was, as he was holding it up, her videographer who was recording the actual concert, he saw the poster and was like, hold it up, let me see. And he put the camera on the poster and it went to the big screen. It went to the screen behind her. She didn't see it, but people in the crowd saw it. So people was tapping me and was like, oh my God, like, let me see, look at me, look at me. It's like, oh, you do look like Mary. Like, that's crazy. You look like Mary for real. So eventually towards the end of the show, I said, okay, that's enough for me. People saw it, I'm hyped. At the end of the show, I was pointing to the venue security guard. I was like, can y'all get this back here? So everybody leaving the venue, they leaving the venue. I'm like, no, I'm waiting. I'll be the last one in here standing. I got to get this posted to Mary. So they was like, hold it up, let me see it. He said, I'm going to take it back there. Well, one guy was like, I can't get it back there. So my feet hurting. I'm wearing heels. My feet hurting. I'm like, I got to go soon. So he was like, let me see it. I can't get it back there. But it was one guy that looked at it and was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get it to the back. I'm going to take it to the back. He grabbed my poster and got it to the back. He came back out like 2 minutes later and was like, she got it. Mary got it. Mary got it. I'm thinking he lying. I'm thinking he lying. Like, nah, he just telling me that just so I can, leave or something. But he was like, nah, she got it. And I'm just still in disbelief. So my feet was hurting so bad, I couldn't even wait. I just left. I left. So when I left, the whole time, I'm just praying, like, maybe I get an inbox on Instagram that, she wrote me, she saw it, she got it.
So you put all that on the post?
I put it on the post. I just put at Yazzy _right on Instagram. So she knew how to contact me if that was to happen. Yeah. And so nothing happened that night. So the next way, on the way back to Charleston, we on the way back, I had to stop at the store. So I got like a iced tea and some Skittles. My total came out to $2.22. And I have a cousin in London. She's big on spiritual numbers and angel numbers. So I called her. I was like, London, what's 222 mean? Or it was like 777, 222. One of those. She was like, whatever it was, yes, it's completion. I said, completion. I said, oh, wow. I said, well, maybe London, I'm praying she going to inbox me. She said, yes, just 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 let it go. It means completion, but you be good.
Uh-huh.
You know. And the whole way back there, nothing happened. Something just said, because on Instagram, whoever got Instagram, y'all know when you message somebody, it might go to like a private folder. I didn't check that folder. I was checking my main folder on Instagram, praying I would see something.
Okay.
So I went on Instagram. I checked my other folder. Was it like primary, general, whatever folder it was? I saw a blue check. So this me, I'm gonna call spazzing. I'm like, oh my gosh, she wrote me. But I saw the blue check, and it was a guy named Will Sterling. And that's actually her actual photographer.
Okay.
So shout out to her photographer. And it was a video. All it said was, "This should make your day." Oh my God. Once I seen "This should make your day" and I saw Mary, so what it was is my poster did get back to her. She was reading the poster. And as she's reading the poster, I guess her personal security guard was holding the poster up as she was reading it and was like, "That's her?" Like, oh my God, she was in shock. Like, she really thought it was her on the poster.
Oh, wow.
Where
yeah,
she
that's
was,
the way,
she
the
was
vibe
like,
I got off of that.
like, "That's her?"
Yeah.
And he's holding it up. And I was in the car crying. I almost made him crash the car. He was like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "She got my poster." Like, oh my God, she got my poster.
Responded.
And she responded. So it's like, it's different between hearing I look like her growing up than hearing Mary say I look like her.
Especially thinking that it was actually her and not somebody
Right.
else.
That one picture really creeped her out. And her sister was in there, her security guard. So when I got the video, I just thanked him immediately. I said, "Thank you for that. That was so crazy. That was just an opportunity to have her even see the poster and just reach out to me. I thank you so much." And he was like, "Well, also tag her security guard, Major." He gave me his @ and I wrote him and said, "Thank you for getting the poster to her," because they had to go through venue security to get to her security, from her security to get to her. Woo. And she just had a big show.
Yeah,
she probably was tired. She probably, I don't want to, So for her to read it, and then ever since then, like I tell Major, thank you for everything. That was an experience, and it like changed everything. And it was just so crazy. The following month, I actually went to New York, and I did a video. And before that concert happened, I already kind of, I did a song off basically remade the My Everything, the Mary J. Blige My Everything, So and shout out to my producer who flipped the beat, BB Slim, David Skywalker, and it was dope. So right when that happened, I went to New York the following month and shot a video, off that same thing, and everything just kind of lined up. So I believe in timing. Timing is everything, and to this day, that was an amazing experience.
And that is a dope story.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing that
for
problem. Everybody. Now, you cannot appreciate what she just said without seeing actual Mary's reaction.
Yes.
With that, how can they check that out?
The viral video is on all my social medias. Facebook, Yazzy Writes, YAZZY space Wright, WRIGHT. Also on IG, Yazzy _Wright, YAZZY _WRIGHT. Follow me. The video is up there. It's amazing. You will be like, wow. So, then when you go back and look at my pictures, you're going to be like, nah, this girl really look like Mary. That's crazy.
What I'm saying. That's family.
So, yeah.
There. So what we're going to do, when we come back, we're going to talk more about you, Yazzy, the person, the artist. But at the same time, when you go on that link, you will see more about her as opposed to just focusing on her looking like Mary J. Blige.
Right.
You feel me?
We got to get into the music. We got to get into the real thing.
So we're going to get into that next. It's Chucktown's own Yazzy up in the studio, Turned Up Radio Show. Keep it locked in. It's the one DJ Cass. What up, though? So we're in here with Yazzy, Chucktown's own, from the NY to the SC. So she like me.
Sir.
That's kind of my moniker there, from the NY to the SC.
Yes.
So you've been doing it up in this town for how long, Yazzy? When it comes to the music? When
it comes to the music, I would say I've started, always was music oriented, but 2015, 16.
Oh, and you're a rapper?
When I started, yes.
For the most part, right?
I'm an artist.
Okay,
yes.
okay. I like that. I stand corrected.
Gotcha. It's cool.
Okay.
Yes, I am an artist.
Okay.
Yes.
And with you being an artist, what way do you kind of more favor? Is it hip hop or
I would definitely say hip hop.
Okay.
I would definitely say hip hop.
certain artists of influence, or I mean, outside we know Mary what she did.
Yeah,
On the
Mary,
hip
you know,
hop
of
side?
course, but being that I'm from up top or was raised down here, I'm very lyrical. So, of course, I would definitely say the Jay-Z era,
Okay,
Lauryn Hill.
okay,
You know, you
most
got,
deaf.
yes, of course. But then in the new generation, starting with, you got Nicki Minaj.
Okay,
But before, I was a young girl with an old soul. So back
gotcha.
then, I was
I
always
love that,
around,
by the way.
yes, I was always surrounded by music. When I was mad, I would play music, sad, happy, cleaning up, music, music, music. So, yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
me.
the food for your soul at the end of the
It
day, you
is.
know,
It
and
is.
obviously those you spit out are more lyrical, as you stated, as opposed to, I don't know, artists, if you want to say, is more about their brand than their
Mhm.
artistry.
Mhm.
With that being said, you've made your music since 2015. Has it been more favored hip hop? Because I mean, if you go to her any of her social medias, performances, and everything on there or whatever,
Mhm.
uh, did you just create your own brand, or I mean, because those people you mentioned,
Mhm.
their influences probably would be a little bit different in the standard of 2024. No.
It would be different in a way, but not necessarily. I'm
Okay.
big on speaking the real. So I'm big on when I say lyrics. When I mention Jay Z, I mention Lauryn Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mentioning is you can tell it's different than how music is today.
Correct.
So back then, I'm big on speaking from here,
All
rapping
right.
from here, and that's just how I came about. That was my way of venting because it's been a lot that I've been going through for the last for years back then when I started doing my music. So that was my way of healing and venting and getting
Okay,
it out.
so let's speak on that real quick. And it's
Mhm.
Yazzy from Chucktown. Of course, we
Yes.
brought her in because she had an amazing story about Mary J. Blige
Mhm.
and her favoring her somewhat. But talking about Yazzy, the person, the artist.
The artist.
So with you saying that, like in a nutshell, what can you tell me? What's been the challenges? Is it been stuff going on in the personal life, business life, or a
I
little
could
bit of
speak on
everything?
I could speak on that. A little bit of everything. People who know me know. You know how they say if you know, you know. But taking it back then, I lost my mother 2015 to
Wow.
cancer.
Oh,
Lost my father 2016 to a heart attack. So
wow.
taking those two big losses back to back really made me turn to music. And my father and DJ Slade, DJ Slade was like a godfather to me. So
Mm.
him and my father was best of friends. So I was always around the music, and believe it or not, back then I didn't want to really be an artist. I wanted to model.
Okay.
I wanted to model, but I had someone kind of shut down that dream of mine. But I just kept it moving. And then my dad would always push me like, "Yes, you got the look, you got the voice, you got the attitude. Do it." I said, "Oh, Daddy, I don't want to rap. I don't want to be no rapper." And I just did it. But when he died, I haven't put the microphone down since. So
Wow. So is your music more so reflective towards the pain, or
then it was.
okay?
Now it's more. I've kind of healed from that.
So the
I've
maturity,
get
the
the
growth.
maturity. I've grown from that.
Okay.
So and I'm trying to balance a lot out, and that's just my way of still venting. But I don't have to relive those moments.
Okay.
I'm grown now. It happened, and I made my era. People who know me know where I came from, and that pain will always be there. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to keep reliving that, and I just go with the
Well,
flow.
it's your testimony
It
with
is,
your platform and those who
yeah.
follow you. It could be a blessing because one way or another, as the way evolution
Uh
says
huh.
it's supposed to go, we're all going to go down that road.
You're
I
right.
experienced it 2.5 years ago, losing my mom. I
Yes.
didn't think I'd be able to function in society
Right.
anymore. I'm still blessed to have my dad as of right now, but he's getting older. But
I get it.
it's inevitable,
Mhm.
and maybe the way you processed it,
It can
and it
help
was
someone
rough,
else.
who may not be able to process
Yes.
it as easy as you did.
Yeah.
So
And
again,
I had that before. I would do shows and I would have females come up to me and was like, yeah, it's like, oh my God, like I lost my mom to cancer or I lost my father to a heart attack. So
hmm
being that it was relatable and I would get girls coming up to me crying, it touched me in a different way.
and I'm glad you were able to share, especially through the music, because it
Yes.
could be a healing mechanism or food for our souls.
Mhm.
So that's a beautiful thing right there. Once again, we're in with Yazzy. We're talking about her personal experience, her as an artist,
Yes.
and her experience with a run-in with Mary J. indirectly. But who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah,
You
we'll put
never
the
know.
dot behind that one. So we'll come back and wrap it up because I want to get into some of her music here on the show before we let her go and make sure you know how you can stay connected with her as she continues to grow in this business. It's
Yes.
a Turned Up Radio Show. It's home for hip hop and R&B. Turned Up Radio Show. It's the one DJ Cass. Just about to wrap things up with Yazzy. Big Yaz in the building.
Big Yazzy.
All right, so yo, let me tell. Let's do it like this. You know, I watch you on social media. For whatever reason, your stuff pops up in my feed or whatever, right? And I'm like, yeah, that was like, Yazzy just be out there, like, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Because I said, you know what? And I know this is going to be a little bit crazy to say, but I'm going to say it in the way where I think you'll receive it. I said, if she left this world, do you mind telling people your age? Are you good with that? Or roundabout? Roundabout?
I'm 33.
Okay, so
I'm
good.
cool.
So I said, man, if Yazzy left this world tomorrow, she leaves this world at 66. Because it seems like you living double what your life is, because it seems like you embrace it and you, like, that's the energy I get from what I see. I was like, look at her turning up. I said, all right, easy on that looking at. Slow down a little bit.
First of all, y'all know what's in my cup. Hold on. Y'all know what's in my cup. TP, teleport all day. I know what's in my cup. Don't do that. Hold on. But I get it. I take it in. No offense. I get it. That's me. You know, I can only be me.
And so when we was talking a little bit earlier off air, it was like, you know, the bottom line, let's just say somebody doesn't 100% gravitate to the music. Well, you know, rap, hip hop is not my thing, whatever it is, right?
I get that.
But because of your aura and your essence, like, but I'm still drawn to her, they stayed locked in.
Because it's real.
Exactly.
It's undeniable.
Really, like,
it's undeniable.
So it's a simple question. So are you really enjoying life like that? Because I feel it. I actually feel it.
I am. And even with doing music, you're going to get, everybody's not going to like you. And guess what? You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. I learned to be okay with dislikes and not liking me. But people who know me know my heart. They know who I am for real, for real. So, you know, you're not going to get everybody they're not going to like you. And it's okay. So I speak what's real, what's from here. And I know somebody out there can relate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's okay.
I mean, like I said,
I'd rather have 100 people who like me than 2 people who don't like me. It's cool.
That story. Talk that.
I mean,
talk
it's
right there.
real.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
And maybe that's why, you know, again, I gravitate to you, because when I see it, usually when I see stuff, because again, my time is so limited on what I could do.
Right.
I'm just do for whatever reason. You know, maybe I got 5 minutes or whatever. But when I see it, I'm stuck there for a second. Oh, what's she doing now? What's going on now at the end of the day? But outside of that, then I realized, I was like, well, it's not like you're limited to just branding yourself as an artist. I was like, you're a working mom as well,
Yes,
correct?
I am.
How the heck do you balance all
Listen, it's hard. I don't even know how, I don't even know how I find the time, because my babies, I have kids that one do music. I have a daughter who play basketball. Shout out to all my babies. You know, we got Aquino, Khaleesi, Amante, and Bryson. My daughter is undefeated 2 years in a row. East Edison Middle School, Khaleesi, number 3. Shout out to her. My son do music. All my babies. But I find the time to balance music, work, and, you know, and do what I got to do as a mom. I don't know how I find it.
Because you don't forget play, because your playtime's crazy.
I mean, playtime is crazy too. I do what I gotta do, but sometimes you don't have I have to get it done. You know, I don't have a choice. It has to get done. So I don't know how I find the time, but I find the time to manage and juggle all 3.
And it's a good balance.
It's a good balance. Okay. It's a good balance. I'm not out here pulling my hair. I'm not crazy. I'm not falling asleep, you know, standing up. You know, I find a good balance. I find the time. But, you know, shout out to all my single mothers out there, too. We have a job. We have to get it done regardless. No excuses. We got to get it done.
There you go. And
so
I love that there. Now, have your kids always been just naturally gifted, or did you get them involved in
Honestly, I never played sports a day in my life. So to see my daughter, you know, she went to a scrimmage game one day, and I got a text saying, hey, can I put your daughter on the team? Because she really can play ball.
Wow.
And I'm like, Khaleesi don't play no ball. What do you mean? You know, what do you mean? She's like, nah, she's really good. And I would get emails from the school saying, hey, Khaleesi is on the court with these boys playing ball, and she's really good. So I looked into it, and I signed her up. And she's been undefeated ever since.
Wow.
So shout out to her, you know. And my baby, his father sung. So now to hear him, I used to see him in the house humming here and there. I'm like, hey, you got a little voice on you. You want to sing? So whatever I feel like they have a talent in, I push them. Nice. So I'm like, you want to ball? I'm going to let you ball. Nice. If you're really good at it, I'm going to go 100% behind you. With my son, you want to sing? I don't force it, but if you want to do it, I'm behind you.
Nice.
My other son, he's good. Diamante, he's good at football. If you're passing and doing what you got to do, I'm behind you.
Nice.
You know, so I'm behind him 100%.
So now when it comes to the music and the way you have to present, is it a challenge for your kids to see, especially your daughters sometimes?
Not necessarily, because I've been doing it for a while, so they've witnessed a lot just coming up into it. And believe it or not, being that my music is real, they can relate to a lot of things that I'm saying. And at the end of the day, they still know I'm mom. They still know I'm grown.
Okay.
You know, so I keep it. Yeah, I'm grown. I keep it respectful. They keep it like mama. You know, and they salute me. So it's been time even before I came here. You know, I've mama, I'm proud of you.
Nice.
Enjoy.
Good.
You know, I wish you
Good.
luck. You know, kisses. So we're very close bonded, and they know what's going on. So like I tell my daughter, like basketball is your way out. Music is my way out.
Nice.
So I feel like, when I go, we all go.
Nice.
So they behind me 100%, I'm behind them 100%, and we just go from there.
But at the same time, understanding too that possibly in between all that, you probably got to put in regular or real work because it's real life out there.
It's real life.
Yeah.
And I don't have, my babies, they're teenagers. 2 of them are teenagers, so they look after one another. When I do have to go to the studio late night, so hit the road, go on the show. And I have family who's very supportive.
Nice.
So it's like if I got to get her, get him, because we believe in you. So whatever you have to do, we're going to back you 100%. Because it's not easy.
Yeah.
And I get that a lot from people who know me growing up. Like, you make it look easy, but it's not. I don't have a choice to get it done, but to get it done because there's no looking back.
Dope. So. That's great stuff. So when it comes to the music, what are you working on now? What you got popping off? Or get people familiar with some of your body of work, Like I know you said 2015, so there's the music that's readily still available that
there is
music. Put their gear to?
Yes, there is music right now on iTunes. Like I said, Yazzy Right. You can follow me on iTunes, YouTube. But right now I'm just recording. I'm just working, building my catalog, getting a nice body of work.
Okay.
We're going to go from there.
So you got a little something we can kind of
since we talking about Mary, I do have something for y'all.
So you want to do the flip that you did or something different?
We're going to do the flip. We're going to do the Mary Yazzy My Everything remake.
Okay,
yes, I did the remake to My Everything. So my producer on that is BB Slim, David Skywalker. Thank you for that beat. And he knows me. He knows I love my Mary. So that flip was automatic go. It was automatic green light. So we're going to get into that.
All right, so let's check on that. We appreciate you stopping in.
I appreciate you.
First time we've ever had a female celebrity from the Chuck here on the show.
Stamped.
912, you know what it is, so get familiar with Yazzy.
912.
Yes, indeed.
843.
All right, that's the connection right there.
Yes,
and once again, your social media connects?
Yazzy Right. Y'all go follow me on all social media at Yazzy, YAZZY _right, WRIGHT.
And they can check the music.
They can check the music
sites.
And everything on those
streaming
sites.
Platforms
Streaming, YouTube, Yazzy Right. Everything is Yazzy Right. Yes.
Sounds good. Well, my dear, we wish you nothing but the best.
And I thank y'all so much. Shout out to my city. I love y'all.